Today we're going to talk about the proper way of climbing and descending a rolling ladder, stationary ladder right now, using a reach pole and the different types of reach poles and the different methods of doing it safely. First, you can climb, you have to maintain 3 points of contact, which is either 2 hands or 2 feet. So 1 hand and 2 feet, or 2 hands and 1 foot. So you can climb the ladder with the reach pole. The problem for most people is you can't descend the ladder with the reach pole and the box in hand. So we're going to talk about the proper way of descending the ladder once you get your box. So now I've gotten the box and I have the reach pole. Now, what they say is to lay the reach pole on the top step so you have a free hand to descend the ladder. The problem is, for most people, it's extremely uncomfortable trying to squat down and leave this reach pole on this top step. So there, I left it down. Now I have the free hand and I can descend the ladder. Hopefully the reach pole doesn't come off while I'm descending the ladder. That's one way of doing it. So there are other methods of doing this which I think are much safer. One is to have a holster in your reach pole. Now, in order to be effective, your reach pole needs to be collapsible so that it can fit in your holster and not interfere with your climb and descent, and also expandable so when you get to the top of the ladder you have a reasonable reach to pull items off. So I will demonstrate this now. So I'll put this back. Some people call it a holster, some people say a tool belt, but it's not practical to use a standard reach pole and a holster or tool belt because it's so long. You can see it can interfere and possibly trip you as you come up and down the ladder. So the standard reach pole is not a reasonable alternative. The collapsible reach pole in the tool belt or holster is, and I will demonstrate climbing the ladder. Now that I'm up here, I can take out my reach pole, I can expand it, lock it in place, and now I can grab my package. Before I come down, descend, I will collapse my reach pole. Now I have a free hand and I can descend the ladder, maintaining 3 points of contact. The last method, which I think is probably the safest method, is to have a reach pole already at the top of your ladder so you don't have to get it out of your tool belt. So I will climb a ladder, and here you see a reach pole already stationed at the top of the ladder. So now I can use this reach pole, reach in, grab a box, put the reach pole back in the holder. Now I can descend the ladder. This is also a little quicker than the other methods. And remember, maintaining 3 points of contact on the ladder as you come down. So these are your ladder alternatives when using a reach pole. The first method, I think, is arguably unsafe because it is very uncomfortable to try and squat down at the top of a ladder and lay a reach pole flat. The reach pole could fall off and hit somebody or fall off and break. Or you could fall off the ladder because you're still trying to hold on to your package as you're reaching down, which really doesn't leave you a hand to hold on to the ladder with as you're squatting down at the top of a ladder. Very dangerous. Plus the fact that once you're down with your package, you have to climb the ladder again to retrieve your reach pole and then come back down with it. So that's 2 ladder climbs, doubling your chances of accidents. The second opportunity was with your tool belt, your holster for your collapsible reach pole, doesn't interfere with your climb and descent. Also allows the user to have a free hand climbing and descending. And the final choice was to have a reach pole stationed at the top of the ladder, so you can climb it with both hands and you can descend it holding the package and having that other hand to hold onto the ladder for 3 points of contact. Thank you for your time. Talk to Saltrax for safe alternatives in your warehouse.